Hey guys, welcome back. So this message needs to be talked about. Um so Matthew 10:34 it says, think not that I am come to send peace on earth. I come not to send peace, but a sword. Okay, so when he says a sword, that means, what a sword does, it divides, it cuts through, it divides, it severs the ties, it brings division, right? And then it says that he did not come to bring peace. He came to bring a sword. He came to divide. What did he come to divide? He came to divide the wheats and the tares people. So the unbelievers and the non-believers, the righteous and the unrighteous, the godly seed and the Satan seed. He's come to divide the two, okay? Why? Because light cannot hang with darkness cannot hang with light. You can only serve one God. If you love the one, you hate the other. If you hate the other, you love the one. So there's only one thing. There's two sides, and there's only one. You can't be in the middle. That's just not how it is. And you cannot, associate with yourself. You cannot be unequally yoked with unbelievers either. So you cannot associate. You can't think that it's going to ever work out with somebody who is a unbeliever. I'm sorry, it's never going to work out. I used to think that it would work out. I used to think that I would, I tried to still be friends and still have these people in my life. I've tried to, that side of me wanted to still try to work it out, and I did. I said I was going to let them, even though we see different views, we have different opinions, and we see differently. I told myself that I was going to, try to figure out a way to still have them in my life. I thought it was still able to still have them in my life. But no, let me tell you, God was like, no. This verse hit me like a ton of bricks. And it also shows me to stop people pleasing, and how charm is deceitful. Charm is deceitful, and I'm not saying there's a fine line, of course, of being rude and being mean to people. No, but just be straight up. Just tell the truth, how it is, how it ain't, with love, with grace, and good attitude. But you don't need to have, be so people pleasing, off bat. Try to get people to like you off bat, and try to get people to understand you and things like that. Like, you say how you feel, what it is, what it ain't, and then if they don't agree, then you guys separate your ways. That's how it is. And today's age, a lot of people take offense to the truth. They can't handle the truth, and so people can't communicate, can't talk, because when you do say something, when you do tell the truth, now you're the problem. You're the one who, is extra and this and that. But it's like, if I don't stick up for myself, I don't say the truth, then you're gonna walk all over me, and then you just expect. I mean, that's what they expect, obviously, but that's just not how it is. Once again, God, it's okay to separate yourselves. Once again, there's another verse, not another verse, but there's another instant in the Bible where God literally told the Israelites to go in and kill everything. I'm talking about animals, people, everything. He instructed them himself. God told them to go into the land and kill everything of that land. Do not leave behind one thing, even the young and the old. So God doesn't play around. Like, it's not something to play around with, to be equally yoked with unbelievers. You cannot have these people in your life. There's no possible way for it to work out. It won't. I've tried. If you guys want to try, that's on y'all, but I'm telling you guys right now, warning you guys, there is no possible way that you guys will be, that it will be able to coexist. There is no possible way. And once again, it's okay to cut them off. It's okay to, set the boundary, set the line. Like, listen, you see one way, I see it one way. We're just going to have to cut it off right here and there, until somebody changes or whatever the case may be. but that's just how it is. Listen, I can't associate myself with this. You can't associate myself, type thing. So we just got to cut it quits. And that's really how it is, because once again, we cannot dwell with them. It's just not, it doesn't work. As much as you try yourself, as much as you want it to happen, it's not going to work, unfortunately. So I just wanted to come on here and say that, like, God, divides his people. He's dividing his people. That's what he's doing. That's what he does, is he divides the wheat and the tare. They can't be together. And I just, because if you continue to let them in your lives, first, they're going to take your kindness for weakness. So if you continue to let them trample on over you and continue to throw these jabs and these little smart remarks and all these types of things, these mocking and stuff, if you continuing to let them, downplay you, if you continue to let them, them not acknowledging your light or your presence, then they're just going to keep walking over you. They're not going to take you seriously. They're not going to, take you for real. They're not. And even after they do take you for real, once again, somebody got to change. And if they're not changed, or you're not, whatever the case may be, that you guys cannot dwell together. It just won't ever work. Because even when you do go back into their lives, it's just still, it just doesn't work. Even in the whole world, like, it just don't mix. It don't mix. Stuff will just like literally happen because it don't mix. It just don't mix at all. There will be like no peace. There won't be no peace. It will always be just not strife, but just there will be friction between y'all all the time, just like there was before. It just never works out. So it's just best to just cut them off. It's just best to cut them off and just continue with your day and how it is. And it's okay. It's okay. Because that's another thing that I used to think, is that, well, I want to be nice and I don't want to, I feel like, because they have this whole stigma around Christians that if you're not always nice or people pleasing, to the point of people pleasing is what I feel like they're trying to do. If you're not always nice, that you're not a Christian, or you're not a true follower of Christ. But no, if you draw that line, you set that line, that is fine. It is perfectly fine. God allows that. He wants that. So it's okay to draw the line, to cut the line, and be like, listen, we cut it off right here. You go your way, I go my way. All right. And I'm not saying to go out and be mean about it, to go out and be rude to people. Of course you can have your conversations, but in order, like, hanging out and having them in your lives constantly is just like a no-go. It's just never going to work out type thing. So anyways, that's all I have to tell you guys. I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.